The Vatican has always been a place shrouded in secrecy with countless mysteries that we still know very little about. But what if I told you there are some things you probably shouldn't hear, because once you do, they might change the way you see everything? What hidden truths are buried deep within the Vatican? That's exactly what we're going to uncover in today's video. So fasten your seatbelt as we dive into today's mystery. But first, you'll have incredible luck if you like and subscribe before this video ends. When people think of the Vatican, their minds often go straight to St. Peter's Basilica, ancient manuscripts, or Michelangelo's masterpieces. But few are aware that hidden deep within the exhibition halls of the Vatican museums lies an object no one would expect: an ancient Roman bathtub once belonging to Emperor Nero, crafted from one of the rarest stones on earth, Egyptian purple porphyry. This type of stone, known as porphyry by the Romans, could only be quarried from a single site buried deep within the Egyptian desert in a region once under Roman control. That quarry has been depleted for over 1,500 years. Today, attempting to recreate a tub of similar size and material would cost an estimated $2 billion, not only because of the rarity of the stone, but also due to the extraordinary craftsmanship required to carve it. Nero's bathtub was not merely a lavish fixture. It was a symbol of absolute power and the decadent lifestyle of one of Rome's most infamous emperors. To the ancient Romans, porphyry was not just a luxury material, it was a stone reserved for royalty, used to pave temple floors, construct imperial thrones, and in Nero's case, to bathe like a god. The Vatican doesn't just house Nero's tub. Wandering through its vast corridors, visitors can also find mosaic artworks depicting Roman athletes dating back to the 3rd century. These rare pieces are some of the few surviving testaments to a time when sport was not merely entertainment, but a reflection of culture, discipline, and national pride. These mosaics were recovered from the baths of Caracalla, a massive public complex that once welcomed thousands daily. That such opulent artifacts of the Roman Empire are now housed within the Vatican may surprise some. But in truth, after the fall of the empire, the Catholic Church emerged as its spiritual and cultural heir. Over time, many relics were gathered from ancient Roman ruins and brought to the Vatican for safekeeping. Nero's bathtub is just one small piece of that immense legacy. According to the Bible, after leading the Israelites out of Egypt, Moses ascended Mount Sinai to receive God's laws. But before he went up the mountain, he performed a very specific ritual. At the foot of Sinai, Moses built an altar using uncut stones and erected 12 stone pillars, each representing one of the 12 tribes of Israel. He then offered animal sacrifices, sprinkled the altar with blood, and even cast some upon the people, sealing a sacred covenant between them and God. To many, this episode is a powerful part of Scripture. But to others, it has long been viewed as symbolic, a religious myth with no archaeological evidence to support it. Until recently, at Jabal al-Lawz, a mountain located in the northwestern region of Saudi Arabia, a group of independent researchers uncovered a curious stone structure, shaped like an L. The structure was made entirely from rough, unworked stones. There were no steps, no constructed platforms, and no signs of modern building techniques. In nearly every detail, it resembled the altar described in the book of Exodus, the very one Moses was said to have built. Nearby, they discovered 12 round stone pillars, each about 23 inches in diameter. The stones were neatly arranged close to the altar, leading many to believe they could represent the 12 tribes of Israel. Inside the altar area, researchers found layers of ash, animal bones, and traces of partially burned organic material. Preliminary analysis suggested that these remains could be the remnants of ritual sacrifices strikingly similar to the offerings detailed in biblical accounts. Despite the attention this discovery has received, the Saudi Arabian government has rejected any connection to biblical events. Instead, they maintain that the area once belonged to the Nabateans, an ancient civilization known for their mining operations and stonework throughout the region. According to the official narrative, the pillars are simply remnants of an old quarry, and the bones could be the result of domestic activity or cooking by Nabatean workers. Yet many Western researchers strongly disagree. They argue that the location, layout, building materials, and especially the number of stone pillars are too specific to be mere coincidence. Some have gone so far as to suggest that Jabal al-Lawz may in fact be the true Mount Sinai, not the traditionally accepted site in Egypt's Sinai Peninsula. If the altar at Jabal al-Lawz truly is the one Moses built, this could be one of the clearest archaeological confirmations of a biblical event ever found. Of course, no major archaeological institution has yet officially endorsed the discovery, and the site remains difficult to access due to political restrictions. Still, for many, the evidence already uncovered is enough to reignite belief.